What's up guys, this is ScherBR talking, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be talking about the third free selector we just got for Romancing SaGa 3rd anniversary update. So this time it is our Romancing Festival exclusive selection, and well, this is the same updated list that you'll find as off-banner styles from festival banners. So let me tell you from the start, if you are planning on summoning during the 3rd anniversary, you can actually wait till you are close to the end, because this is still for plenty of days. Here on today's recording, 39 days left. That means that you may just accidentally get some of these styles while pulling for others when using free gens. But without further ado, from now on, this list contains many interesting styles that will help both newcomers and veterans that miss out on some important styles. Well, let's talk about the first tier, the characters that will change your account for good. The first one being Matriarch. Well, we have two different versions of Matriarch now in this list. Then, the third Matriarch leading the people is the first one that I should recommend, because she carries Pin of Peace. This is a skill that buffs 4 different status. She is the best support for Lian, the strongest damage dealer for long fights, and she also buffs Will, a status that reduces magical damage but also the chance of being inflicted with ailments and debuffs. She also has a fast attack that helps other versions of Matriarch. The next is Matriarch number 1. She has way lower agility, but she carries Pin of Victory, a support skill that buffs 4 different status. And this one is used when you are fighting against bosses that focus on physical attacks, because it buffs endurance as well, but also STR, agility, and intelligence, status that can be used for physical attackers and mages. So a pretty nice skill that will be used forever in this game. Then the next one should be Empress. Well, Empress is just a really good character, and at Victory Celebration is still meta, because she has this skill called Imperial Shield that negates all damage for 1 turn. So you can still get instant kill it or inflict it with ailments, but this is kinda important in some big fights where bosses use heavy nukes, and in raids or other contents where you need to score high amounts of damage. She can just negate the turns where the boss will otherwise just kill you. And she also carries Scrum Guard, increasing damage to the party by 20%. The other part for the final build is Christmas Final Impress that you can get in a current banner, so it's a nice thing to start collecting Final Impress even if you are a new player. I do believe that the next interesting one will be Golden Ball, just because she's very unique. She has a passive that buffs endurance when she gets hit, and then you're going to get super protected against physical attacks. She also has Shrine Dance. This is a support skill that gives 35% damage reduction to the party, and she has Ki that just gives her 1 BP to allow her to try to keep Shrine Dance active. Many boss fights were solved by use of Golden Ball. She is a very good character. Now, there is also Mariah, a character that is support as well, and she, instead of buffing endurance, she heals when she gets attacked with the 50% chance, but depending on the formation, if you are bringing Matriarch Pin of Peace to buff both love and charisma, she's going to heal for more, and she also has access to Ring of Life to heal everyone for a lot of HP. There is also Acupuncture Plus that you can get by inheritance that allows her to debuff STR by 30% and does not rely on intelligence. I may not use her all the time, but I know that she is always viable in many different strategies when you are fighting against multiple targets. Then the next character will be Father, the Gunner style, but that is only if you have Mask that uses clubs. Well, this is one piece of the final build because it gives access to Great Adventure. This skill here activates 3 defense boosts to just reduce damage and taunts 3 times. So when Mask is used in a formation, you actually want him to draw more enemy attacks. He can also protect and cover and heal on overdrive. So with Great Adventure, you actually have the final build that really makes a lot of difference. Now I'll move into a tier number 2. Those are styles that may help with inheritance or are not exactly on a very high tier right now, but they may still work. We can talk about Snowy. That is a good character that buffs Will and also carries this skill called Circulating Hail that heals everyone and buffs 4 different status. So for some fights you can just use this for emergency, and he would also be buffing Will to the party to help as a secondary buffer. As a main buffer he's not that good. Then we also have Goddess, but Goddess is just a piece of a build. The first Goddess has this skill called Heart of Goddess that is fast, only uses 1 BP and heals everyone and cleanses. It uses 4 OP, but the second version of Goddess can use this to heal everyone and also apply attack and defense boosts to survive much better on Remembrance and also on raids. I have used the second Goddess as a main character for raids for a lot of time and she just works super well. Then we also have the Global X Rock Bouquet. If you have the newest Rock Bouquet from UniverSe, this one is actually pretty nice because she gives access to Lightning Crash. This skill here, it's double elements and it will trigger all of the newest Rock Bouquet passives. Not just that, she also gets access to Blooming Fireworks, a 10 BP AoE attack that also gives 1 or 2 BP to the party. Since that Rock Bouquet can get as much as 6 BP per turn, she can actually use Blooming Fireworks many times, but only if you got the newest Rock Bouquet. Then we also have another character that depends on inheritance. If you got the latest version of Sif from Minstrel Song's banner together with Albert, well, that version will benefit from Whale Plus. This skill is awesome. A power roll attack that buffs both STR and Will by up to 25% on max level. So that Sif helps the party and will also be capable of dealing damage and buffing. Then I do believe there is usage for Nawal's Daughter if you have the Halloween version and you miss it out on the first. Water Festival may not be the best support skill in the game right now because we have so many other options as well, but it still works and Nawal's Daughter is really useful on Remembrance. So this one gives buffs to all status, applies defense boosts and gives 1 BP, but this Nawal's Daughter is too fragile. You need the Halloween version to make the optimal build. If you don't have, just skip this idea. Now for the tier number 3, I'll talk about less important characters that are more focused on Remembrance, give less important inheritances, or are still good, but well, that may not be the case moving forward. So let's talk about Joe number 3, because the newest version of Joe can benefit from some inheritance. She starts with 11 as well, so she can inherit Spectacle Portal, and she will do plenty of damage when farming. And you can even use this if you want to bring Joe for Remembrance, because she gets 5 EP per turn. That means that she can actually attack with Spectacle Portal almost 2 turns on average. Then we also have Frost Fire, a free skill. The newest version of Joe has one with 1 BP, so if you can save even more, that's also good. After Joe, we also have Silver, Summer Style. This one here has access to Storm Ward that you can amplify now to become an S power attack that hits for Cold and Lightning. Also spends 2 OP, but the good thing is that this S is almost double S. It's very strong, but only if you have Halloween Silver. That version can use this 2 times in a row if she kills targets. You'll be very useful and can solo some future events. If you want to get the newest list from UniverSe, then believing in their future list is a good idea, because this one carries this heal spell called Droplet that revives, heals, and applies Guard Up Medium for 2 turns. So it gives her another role. If someone dies, she can actually heal if you need. And not just that, it also offers Glacial Coffin, a double S power attack that is fast and has 13 BP cost. Well, it may be better use it on some farming situations. On Final Island, it usually decreases your score. Now I'll talk about some styles that are still good as they are. We can talk about the latest version of Creator. I still use him on my dojo and on my general damage squads. He can apply Confusion, has a very good status distribution, and can even chase his own attacks with 2 other skills doing even more damage. There is also Perfector Alkaiser, because this character here can heal the party with the Final Crusade skill that heals from 0 to max and applies Guard Up Medium for 3 turns. So if you don't have any support for Remembrance battles, Alkaiser helps you. I do believe that Goddess is better, but you do need 2 versions of her to make up for the final build. So this Alkaiser also has the highest STR build for future versions of Red. Then we have this version of Madeline called Two Kanchis. She is really strong because of this attack called Luna Fulgor. It attacks 2 times with S power, and she can even use this 3 times now with a newest formation called Dragoon Stance X. She rivals Arpina with her cross-break attack, so in farming scenarios she still works pretty well. And there's a platinum version of Madeline that even busts slash damage to the party. The next one will be Zeke. He is still useful for Remembrance by just giving you access to Scrum Guard, decreasing damage by 20% to the squad. He also carries a evasive counter stance that is pretty cheap, and he can keep countering for 3 turns in a row, and then after that he can still use it from time to time. So if you don't have that much heal and support in your Remembrance squad, Zeke can at least decrease upcoming damage. The next one is still pretty strong, and it's Rofus. Yeah, it's been 2 years and we're still talking about this guy. He has access to Gun and Blade. Many people already have the Remembrance gun as well, so he's going to do plenty of damage. And if there's only 1 enemy in an event, well, he's going to do plenty of damage, and he also boosts dexterity to the party. In the same veins, we have Rook, a character that is not on his prime anymore, but still does plenty of damage with Hammer Roll. Can also work for event farming and story farming. He can solo 2 waves depending on the enemy's HP. I think I should not be talking about Rick, but this guy still has a very strong slash in heat opener, and since heat with physical is not that common, I think he can still work, but well, he's just down there as a non-optimal option. Now I'll talk about some others that will help you with Remembrance, but that will be one and done. Well, there is Claudia with her global access style. She can give you access to AoE Charm to help out against Wuhan Remembrance battle. There is also Vagnus, but I do believe it's not needed, since if you have Matriarch number 4, you can actually put a shield to protect you instead of just applying Confusion. But Vagnus can also inherit AoE Paralyze, so it's not a bad investment. There's a future version of Vagnus as well. If you need help with Sword Remembrance versus Wuhan, you can get either this Vampire Lady or this other one, that I do prefer because she has a chance to heal the party and has a cheap AoE attack and has 37% chance to apply Charm. You may need some retries, but she's just made for this. And the last one will be Orluge. Just because this character has access to many different ailments debuffs, he has Stun, Petrification, and also Confusion from his S style if you have. So Confusion helps with Wuhan, and there is a future version of Orluge that will apply many different ailments as well. This Orluge may also help sometimes when trying to apply ailments on turn 1, since he debuffs agility and will from enemies. But I guess that's it, guys. If I miss it on some style, please say here on the comment section. I just wanted to help the most by explaining the best options for new players and veterans. With all that said, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't. If you want to support the channel, there are links on the description of the video. There is also a link to the tier list where you can find where we place each of these styles. I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye.